This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good afternoon, Reds fans, and welcome to another edition of the POSTCAST, brought to you by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network. I'm Tim Daniel. I am a lifelong Cincinnati Reds fan, and I've been podcasting about the Reds for 5 years at publications such as Late Night Reds and the Riverfront. Thank you all so much for spending some of your 4th of July with me as we discuss the Cincinnati Reds pulling off an epic win in Philadelphia, 9-6 at Citizens Bank Park. If you are just checking me out for the first time, welcome. Please be sure to hit that notification button so you can not only get my show after each and every Reds game, but you can get Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds. Today's episode is brought to you by Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. On today's show, how about the offense today? Battled. We're going to talk about Spencer Steer keeping this thing going. Got on base 4 times today. And with everyone kind of coming back, have the Cincinnati Reds figured out the right way to use Santiago Espinal? You like that? Yeah, buddy. I had some fun today. It's my Steph Curry jersey. I felt like the Reds were very Steph Curry today. Never out of it. So I had to make sure I rocked it today. Happy Independence Day, everybody. Yeah, Laura, I guess his hands is looking pretty good. And of course, you guys are already started. I'm going to hear from you because we have a lot of fun to talk about in this game today. Let's go ahead and let's get started, shall we?
This is what you'll be talking about.
Remember we talked a couple weeks ago about something's changed in this Reds team. So let's just go through. If I gave you the details of Andrew Abbott as his worst start of the year and Jesús Luzardo's a lefty on the mound, and the Reds don't score to the second inning and get basically blanked in the first inning really quickly by Luzardo. You'd think, well, that didn't go very well, did it? Oh, but it did, my friends. Oh, but it did. The third inning, the Cincinnati Reds put together 5 runs on Jesús Luzardo, who is a left-handed pitcher. Can you believe it? The Reds got to a lefty. Nick Castellanos hits a home run. You know, that's never a good thing. And you're thinking, oh boy, Rhys Hines has that incredible ground out play where he stays in the line and the ball hits him. So that's pretty awesome. You take that because that's your first run on the board. And then Elly comes out, gets a single, brings in TJ Friedl. Austin Hayes hits a double, brings in Matt McClain. Elly goes to third. Spencer Steer then doubles, brings in Elly and Austin Hayes. Noelvi Marte, welcome back, by the way. Sac fly, brings in Spencer Steer. And you're thinking, holy moly, these Reds are rolling. Laura, I know, right? Oh my gosh, Will, I didn't even mention the Friedl bunt. I didn't even mention it. So that's pretty awesome. And then Matthew has a nice statistic here. It's been 9 years since the Reds won on the 4th of July. July 4th, 2016 was the last time they won. What up, Joey Gaditza? Good to see you, buddy. Hope Joey is our native Canadian fan. So he came to show some love to us here on the 4th of July, and you love to see it. So the fact that the Reds were just able to put that together, and you're like, oh, right, this is great. The Reds offense puts up they're up 6-3. Things are going. Andrew Abbott leaves the game, and then they play add-on. You know what I mean? So Philly scores in the third. That should have been a double play. Elly gets a single again, brings in Santiago Espinal. And then you're thinking, okay, that can't be it, right? Will Benson pinch hits, brings in Spencer Steer. Another thing I want to point out, just because us as Reds fans, this is a guy who was with us for a couple years. Did it feel like the offense was picking on Nick Castellanos at some point out in right field? Righties are hitting opposite field to him. Lefties are pulling the ball at him. And he did make a nice catch at one point in the game, don't get me wrong. But it was pretty wild that they were just like, nope, we are not going to let Nick Castellanos beat us. We're going to make sure he has to make every play possible. And I don't know if that was intentional or not, because you can only help how far a baseball can go. But it certainly felt like they were picking on him. It was like when you see a point guard bring the ball up the court and they run a pick and roll, and they find the worst defender to get in a switch. That is what the Reds did to Nick Castellanos today. I don't know if I have a whole lot of basketball people in here that understand that reference, but yeah, they were taking full advantage of him out there. Yeah, Josh, absolutely. And I love Nick Castellanos. He's obviously, those 2 years that he was with the Reds were fun, what he did, and he was a really nice guy to root for. But you also nice to see those guys win. It was pretty nice, and just kind of see them put stuff together. And the thing that's important about that is, at the end of the game, the offense really kind of got slowed down quite a bit, right? So you look at Schwarber has the double in the bottom of the sixth, and the Reds go a while without getting a hit till Austin Hayes has a hit in the ninth. The first person who had reached out since then was Spencer Steer, and that was in the fifth inning. We're going to talk about Spencer Steer a lot in the next segment. Just an excellent day for the Reds. It's nice to see the offense in a day where Andrew Abbott isn't his best self. It's nice to see the offense pick him up. And also the bullpen too, which I don't have them marked for a specific segment. Mark, hey, that's 100% true. Okay. Yeah, I do need to get some stun. It's pretty accurate. But yeah, Josh, you're absolutely right. Offensively, that's how you want to start the series. That's what you want. And then the bullpen for having to pitch as much as they did to only give up 2 earned runs. I mean, got to respect it. So Sam Maul was awesome for his inning in third. Lyon Richardson obviously struggled. I don't know if I'm going to. I think I've lost my line. I think Lyon Richardson, if you're going to use him, has to be the last person using the bullpen at this point. Not like, hey, he should close the game out. Like, no, literally, we have no one else. And so Lyon Richardson's going in. If you're going to keep him on the big league roster, he's just been really rough this week. Been a really bad week for him. But from there, Taylor Rogers gets an out. Scott Barlow throws an inning. Tony Santillan, who did give up a run, but no, he didn't. I'm sorry. He got the bases juice and strikes out Bryce Harper. No, he didn't strike out Bryce Harper. He got Bryce Harper out. You guys get what I'm saying. The bullpen showed up today, and Emilio Pagan shutting it down. Really nice to see. Noelvi Marte back today. Thought he had some good swings. And yeah, Booster, I completely agree with this. That's probably where he's at right now if he's going to be on the big league roster. So nice to see the Reds get this one. Nice to see them pull this one off. Huge day for them. And yeah, didn't have Gavin Luxon today, as you guys were mentioning in the chat, and they still managed to put this together. So we will take this beautiful victory for the Cincinnati Reds today. They're now looking at 46-42, a chance to have the vaulted 5 games over 500 tomorrow. So we shall see how that goes. But you know who has been swinging it super nice for this team? You guys know. It's Spencer Steer. And today, he had another excellent day at the dish. Let's talk about that and more right after this. Have you ever decided the last minute to head to a baseball game with friends or family? Maybe it's game day and you suddenly realize you want to be in the stands. That's exactly where Gametime comes in. It's the easiest way to grab last-minute tickets without the stress. With the money you save on tickets, you can splurge on food, drinks, merch, or even invite a bigger group to come with you. Gametime makes it possible. Gametime makes buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app actually drop the closer you get the first pitch, and they've got incredible last-minute deals, clear seat views, and a lowest price guarantee to take the worry out of buying. Gametime is the official ticketing partner of Locked On MLB, making it easy to browse the app for exciting games such as upcoming next week when the Miami Marlins come to town, and they have that special 5:10 start so you can stay for that Old Dominion concert afterwards. Gametime has last-minute tickets and zone deals for big savings like 10% off exclusive zone deals for FIFA Club World Cup matchups. See views right in the app before you buy so you know exactly where you'll be. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Gametime app today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices, guaranteed. Laura made an incredible joke during the ad break there. That made my day. I laughed so hard at that. Thank you all so much for spending some time with me today on the postcast. It's so great to see you guys here. Oh, thanks, Booster. I appreciate it. Yeah, avid collector. It's been just a fun day here at the Fourth. To spend with you guys here on the 4th of July, and I want to thank you all so much for spending some time with me. If you are here for the first time, please be sure to hit that notification button, like we said. So you're not going to get my show after each and every Reds game. You get Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds, and of course, If you can't follow us along here on YouTube, you can follow us along with your podcast app of choice. Now, that 5-run inning was pretty incredible and probably really won them the game. But when the game was teetering, Elly Cruz made quite the play.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Man, so set it up here. Andrew Abbott leaves the game. Things aren't looking too good. Philly's trying to get a rally going. We know how good that offense is. They're probably going to win the National League East this year. They're rolling. And Sam Ball comes in, has the ball hit right back to him. Now, first off, Edmundo Sosa, what are you doing? What are you doing, my guy? Just keep going. So anyway, throws it to second to get the lead runner there. We've got an Elly pivots to go throw the first base and then notices that Sosa's charging home, chucks it home, gets the out at home. And it seems like from there, even though the Phillies did go to score another couple runs in the game, feels like the Reds were in total control of the game from there. So excellent play by Elly. Can we also mention, I know Will saw it said in the chat earlier, for those who maybe don't remember or didn't see the StatCast, 91 miles an hour to the plate on that throw. Redonkulous. Spencer Steer. Man, Spencer Steer keeps it going. Got on base 4 times today. 2 hits, 2 walks. Something I forgot to mention in the previous segment about the offense. Between this game and the last Boston game, the Reds have scored 17 total runs in those 2 games. That's a lot. They only have 1 home run in that time frame, which was CES's grand slam at Fenway. And then today, they scored 9 runs. They had 11 hits, and they had 2 extra base hits. What does Spencer Steer tie on there? He had 1 of the 2 extra base hits with his double. Sounds like an offense is kind of hitting their stride. Let's give Chris Valaika some credit for once here, guys. I feel like he certainly deserves it the way this offense is going. And specifically Spencer Steer. I mean, a guy who we went through this all, right? I mean, first few weeks of the season, I had people in here saying like maybe he should have stayed on the IL. I agree. And then it's, man, he gets going in that Milwaukee series. Remember, you're like, okay, cool. Starts slumping again. You're like, maybe he's just not fully there yet. Maybe he needs to go get some swings elsewhere, do a little bit of rehab assignment. Buddy, he's caught up. He's caught up and then some. 417, 500, 958 slugging in the last 7 games. In that time frame, 4 homers, granted, 3 of those were in 1 game. 10 runs batted in, 3 walks, 7 runs scored. Spencer Steer has been awesome. And today, kept it going. Now, when the offense started sputtering, Spencer Steer did not. What's up, Ron? How you doing? Good to see you. And just keeps putting these big at-bats together. The swing looks great. You absolutely love to see how he's swinging the bat right now. And he's hitting it all over the outfield. That's what I like the most. It's not just pulling the ball to left field. He's hitting it opposite field. He's hitting it right up the middle. He has been great. He's been absolutely great. You're starting to see why he was the center of the Tyler Mahle trade. You're starting to see more and more why he was candidate 1 in that trade. Now, I know CES was also in that trade. They turned Steve Hazard into Will Benson, who also had a nice hit today. But Spencer Steer was the reason when the Reds were unloading, they wanted Spencer Steer. And today was more the reason you see why. What we've seen of late from him has been awesome. This is the guy that you thought you were getting. I still believe that, and I stand by, he should be the first baseman every day. He's been single-handedly the best that they've had play that position this year. And I get it. CES and Candelario are his competition there. That's probably not saying much. But Spencer Steer has definitely been the guy. He certainly deserves to have a game like today. And I think that makes him our locked on player of the game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Just an awesome day for Spencer Steer. And absolutely love to see it. Booster, this is the $1 million question. What do you do? It's a good problem to have. I really don't want Steers playing left field all that much. But, oh Lord, that's a good point. That's a good point. So it's just been a really nice day. Santiago Espinal had a nice day today. Really did. And I think the way that the things are going with the offense coming together with guys getting healthy, and I know Jake Fraley's out now, but Marte coming back, players like that. I think the Reds figured out the right way to use Espinal today. And what I mean by that is he's a utility guy, right? He should be at the bottom of the order. He shouldn't be hitting second. And he should be flat out filling in games like today. Booster asked there, what do you do with CES now that Marte's back? You're in a situation now where, granted, Elly De La Cruz is not going to get a lot of off days, nor should he. Matt McClain is not going to get a lot of off days, nor should he. But, look at today. Matt McClain DHs. Santiago Espinal plays second base. Cool. Like that. You have a day Noel Marte wants to DH. Third base. You also have CES in that situation. Boom. Spencer Steer can play third base if need be. So the Reds are now figuring out this way. They're figuring out the right way to use Espinal. And obviously getting guys healthy can make that happen as well. And so that's where I need to see this more often. And, Jason brings it up here. The dude has hit in so many double plays this year. I think nine, I think, is the last number I saw. It could be more. But we shall see how that works out for him. I think that the way that the Reds are kind of getting situated with just having guys like Lux and having guys like Elly getting hot and Spencer Steer getting hot. This is the right way to use him. I have no issues in being on the big league roster, but he's not providing a whole lot other than just being on the team and, being a good dugout guy. And there's nothing wrong with that. So with that being said, I also don't want him playing in the outfield ever again either. That doesn't have to be a necessity anymore. Fingers crossed. With that being said, we're going to go and close out this game today. My wife is impatiently waiting for me to go do a nice 4th of July celebration here with our neighbor. So the Cincinnati Reds do get a nice victory today, 9-6 over the very good Philadelphia Phillies. The Reds 9 runs on 11 hits, 2 errors. The Phillies 6 runs on 14 hits, 1 error. Your winning pitcher today is Sam Maul, picks up his first win of the year. Jesús Luzardo takes the loss. He's now 7-5. And Emilio Pagan gets his 19th save of the season. Tomorrow, the Cincinnati Reds are back at it in West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playgrounds where I spent most of my days. Nick Lodolo takes the hill for the Reds. He is 5-5 with a 3.52 ERA, and he is going against the very good Ranger Suarez, who is 7-2 with a 2 ERA. Holy moly. The Reds are going to have their work cut out for them tomorrow. First pitch is and Sunday too, if you want to look at that as well. Zach Wheeler's pitching. First pitch is at 4:05. I'll be here early evening. Hopefully they don't have anything crazy happen. I'm Tim Daniel. Everyone, thank you so much. Have a great 4th of July. I can't wait to see you all tomorrow. Go Red Legs.